Hi friends, it's Mr. Wedge, and today we're going to do a handprint kind of artwork in the style of Andy Warhol. It's going to look like pop art. So I'm going to put my name on the back of a white paper and my class code K-something, and then flip it over. And if you notice, my paper's up and down the vertical way. We call that the portrait way of having your picture. And then I've got 4 smaller papers that are all different colors, and they're gonna fit on my white paper, and this will be my background. So before I even start my picture, I've got 1, 2, 3, 4 colors that fit, and I'm gonna glue those down. I'm gonna use white glue, so you just turn the orange part to open it, it unscrews. You might need to pick the dry glue off the end. And then we're just going to put dots in each corner and one in the middle, and that'll make it strong. So dot there, 3, 4, and one in the middle. So 5 altogether. And then flip it over, line it up with the corner of your white paper, and just glue it down flat. I'm going to keep going and do that with all 4 of my papers. So once you've got your background all glued down, now you can pick 4 different colors again, and it's okay if some of them are the same, but they can be different too. So it doesn't matter if they're colors you used already or not. We just need 4 different colors again. So I'm going to set my background aside and take my 4 new colors and just stack them up like a book, and then I'm going to tape the edges, and that'll hold all 4 pieces together. So once you have 4 pieces of paper taped together, then you can go ahead and put your hand down, make sure it fits on there, and I'm going to use a pencil and just go right around my hand and trace it. And because I'm tracing it on my stacked up paper, I only have to do this once, and then when I cut it out, I'll have 4 hands that are exactly the same. And I'm keeping my pencil nice and straight up and down, like a tree almost, and that way it won't go under my fingers and mess up my drawing. So just do the best you can, and once you have your hand drawn, you can get some scissors and carefully cut it out. If you make a mistake when you're tracing, you can just fix it when you're cutting, because nobody's going to see your drawing. And I'm going to turn my paper and keep my scissors pointed away from me. You don't have to do it exactly right, just do the best you can. So once your hands are cut out, you can throw your scraps away, you don't need them anymore. And then you can take them apart, and you've got 4 hands, all different colors, but they are exactly the same. And when we glue them down, we want to make sure the thumbs are all on the same side, because that way we don't have to paint both of our hands. If you have some hands going this way, you're just going to have to paint both of your hands later. So now I can take my background and I can glue my hands down exactly like we did before, just with little dots. So I'm going to put a dot of glue on each fingertip and a few in the middle, and some on where your knuckles would be too. Just want dots on the back. And then flip it over, put it in a rectangle that's a different color, and just stick it down. Just give yourself a high five. I'm going to keep doing that. Oh, I can't put glue on this side because if I flip it over, the hands will be backwards. So I have to make sure that I put the glue on this side. So when I flip it over, it'll be the same as the other one. So you gotta think about it, which side you're gluing down. Now we're doing dots of glue, not puddles, right? So you gotta remember, dots, not puddles. I can't glue this hand here because it's the same color. It'll be camouflaged, you won't be able to see it. So when you glue your hands down, make sure you glue them in a rectangle that's a different color. Once you get all your hands glued down, you just have to let it dry for a few minutes. So once your glue is dry, we can get a paper plate, and I've got a big brush, and I'm going to use black paint, and this is just washable tempera paint. And then I'm going to paint my hand, but you have to pick the hand that matches the one in your picture. So once your glue is dry, we're going to actually paint our hand and stamp it. It's a handprint. My right hand fits, so that's the one I'm going to paint. So I'm going to use my brush and brush the paint all over my hand. So I've got a clean hand, and then I've got a painty hand. And we're going to use our clean hand to brush the paint on, but we're also going to use it to help us print. So once your hand is all painted, you can flip it over, line it up with your paper hand, and then use your clean hand to push down on all your fingers and the back of your hand. That'll help you get a good print. And then you lift it up and you've got something that looks like that. And I'm going to keep going 3 more times and do all of them. I'm putting paint on my hand each time I print. And then you can wash your hands and clean up, and that's it. And I hope you like this Andy Warhol handprint project. Work hard and have fun.